been a while. So, I just want to tell you some things that have been going on in my life. And first, trigger warning, if you're a man who doesn't want to hear about women's issues, then move on, because I'm going to talk about some things that have been going on. All right. I want to talk about the bear, and I want to talk about the two moons. Okay, so check this out, you guys. It was right around the 24th, 25th, I believe, because I know I wasn't experiencing this on the 23rd or 24th. So it was right after that. I started having literally labor pains. Like, I mean, you could call them menstrual cramps, but I've been gone through menopause like 8 years ago, you guys. And it would be more like labor pains because it comes and goes. Like there's maybe 10 minutes between. I haven't timed it, you guys, and I know this sounds crazy, but just hear me out. So this started right after the 23rd, 24th, and like I said, I'm postmenopausal for a long time. I'm not supposed to be having this stuff going on. And I was like, because I go to God for everything. I was like, Lord, this is crazy. Like, I feel like I'm in labor and I was thinking about this today too. When I had my daughter, I sat at home in labor all night. My labor started, I think, in the evening, late evening. I remember sitting up in my love seat and I don't know what I was doing, probably reading, but just experiencing the contractions. And that day at noon, I already had an appointment. So my dad took me to the appointment and he said, yeah, you're in labor, but it's too early, so you need to go home. So I went home and I sat there for a few more hours going through labor. And then, or no, I think my appointment was in the evening. That's what it was. I'm sorry, you guys. I went to the hospital at noon. He said, yeah, you're in labor, but you already have an appointment, because I already had an appointment for that late afternoon. So he said, go home and then come back then. Well, I ended up going back, and basically I went into the labor room. Within like only a few minutes, my water broke, and then I was taken into the delivery room, and basically 2 pushes and my daughter was out. So the point is, and I didn't have any drugs during labor either with her. I didn't want them. But I was thinking about the comparisons, and I was saying to my husband, because I told him the other day, like, I was going to make him buy me something at the store that men don't like to buy. It protects your clothing. So I'm sorry this is so graphic, you guys, but it's very important. And wait till I talk about the bear too. Like a log in a mill race. I don't get it, honey. You can elaborate. So anyhow, I told my husband about it. I said, it's very interesting because women are their cycles are aligned with the moons. And I was joking with them, I don't even have a cycle anymore, right? And this just started. So literally, I feel, even today, I feel like I'm going through labor. Now, some people don't tell me I like got cervical cancer and I'm going to die and I need to go to the doctors, because that's not going to happen. But, okay, so then I asked the Lord, I'm like, Lord, like, is this a sign? Because for years I've asked the Lord, let me know before the rapture. Like, give me some kind of sign. So I know ahead and I'm like anticipating, right? So then this morning I get up and I check my messages, and my friend on Facebook sent me this video about 2 moons. And no, I had a flash vision of 2 moons. So of course that caught my attention. And also I believe that the full moon is the new moon. And I talked about that, I think, in my last video, that it's covered in light, right? So I forget where I learned about that, but I've always felt that the full moon was the new moon until people started teaching differently. And I was like, well, maybe they know better than I do, right? But that flash vision I had. And again, I just found out this month is the harvest moon. In my flash vision, there was a full, very full, fully illuminated moon to my left. It was like regular full moon. And then to the right of it, like right in front of where I was standing, was a humongous moon, like so close. You could see the details on it. And it was like it wasn't like red, like bright red, but it was like a darker color than the other one. So then, so I click on this video, you guys, and I've shared it on my Facebook, and I've also shared it in the community or post tab of my channel. She sent this to me and I started listening to it, and y'all, it blew my mind. And so I'm going to recommend that you guys watch that. It's a little bit long, but I'm telling you, it's worth every second. And I really do that. See, I thought too that, oh, and I forgot to tell you, I thought too that it could be the Schumann resonance, because I'm very sensitive. And also lately my ears have been feeling like when you get on an airplane and your ears are adjusting. And so I've been feeling these sensations and going through this. And so I even suggested to my friend, after she sent me that video, I messaged her back and I told her what I've been dealing with and how it's very strange. And she told me she's been experiencing the same thing, and she's 67. I'm only 56, you guys. She's 67 and she's experiencing these these things. I don't want to keep talking about it. It's uncomfortable. Actually, it shouldn't be, because if you watch that video, it's incredible how God put his plan into all of creation. Okay, now to the bear. As y'all know, even though I'm scared of bears, I love watching scary bear attacks. It's like one of my favorite things to watch, because when you watch them, a lot of times the scenery in those videos is incredible, and it's true stories of people who have been attacked or had close attacks. And because I love nature so much, I figure, well, best to learn from someone else's mistake, right? So anyhow, and to me, it's more scary than watching like a horror flick, because it's something that's real, that's out there, right? So to me, it's entertainment, it's a learning experience. I just love watching scary bear attacks. Well, as y'all know, even before I started that practice, I was having dreams of bears and also lions. And so, fast forward now, recently, everything has been about bears. Like, I believe that God has brought bears to the forefront because, where can I start? So I told my husband, because I started getting nervous going out in the yard, right? And hang on. Hello, Nestor. All right. Well, anyways, I started getting nervous. All of a sudden, everything was bears. Like, I just got done telling my husband about how I'm like bear aware now and everything. And we watched a video, and I think it was Mark. It was Mark Munchausen. You guys might know who he is. He lives in Maine. And he showed bear scat in his yard, and he was laughing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Jeff. Then we went to my friend's house, and she rolls out this life-size image of a bear, and she was going to hang it on her deck door. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then what else happened? Something else happened. And then this morning, for my screensaver, like it changes every day, it's random from, I don't know, MSN, whoever. It's a huge grizzly bear. And then, check this out, you guys. So I'm out at I have like a big cast iron barrel I've been burning leaves in and keeping a little fire going and just breaking and burning leaves. So I'm out there this morning, I get it back going, and I'm thinking about being bear aware, right? Because right now everything's falling from the trees, like walnuts and acorns or whatever we have out here. So it's perfect feeding ground for bears, and it's loud. So it always sounds like there's something behind every tree, right? So I'm out at my campfire, and it's right in front of the house. And all of a sudden, my grandson jumps out from between the house and the tiny house. About gave me a heart attack. I'm like, what were you doing? I'm not even going to tell you. He was peeing. But I don't know. He must have really had to go between the house and his house. But anyhow, he jumped out at me, you guys, and it scared the heck out of me. I guess he was panicked when he heard me come outside. So he like pulled up and ran out. But anyways. Okay, that was uncomfortable. So anyways, I believe that God is showing me that Russia is about to attack. That's the whole point of my whole rant, is I think that it very well could happen on the full moon. And we could be out of here. You know, we've all been wrong before, you guys, but anyhow, very important for you to check out that full moon or 2 moon video posted on my Facebook and in my community. It used to be called Community tab. Now it's called Post tab. And it's on the homepage. If you click on my face, it'll take you to the homepage, I think. And then you can click on posts. And I really recommend that you watch that video. So yeah, very interesting, the sensations that I've been feeling, and again, the whole airplane thing. And I even mentioned to my friend, could it be like the Schumann resonance? Because, like I said, before I even saw that video, I was telling my husband, women are connected to the moon, like the cycles, not even knowing that my friend was going to send me this video. And I asked God, I'm like, why am I experiencing this? Like, it's very uncomfortable. And like, he knows I'm not going to the doctor. So I'm like, what? Because I always ask things in life, what is the purpose of this? You know what I mean? Some things are to strengthen us, to refine us, to humble us, to give us compassion. You know what I mean? God has a purpose for everything. And so, anyhow, yeah, I haven't had a whole lot to talk about. I'm just watching and waiting for the Lord and fighting off the fiery darts of the devil. But I hope y'all are doing well. And if I don't see you on here again, I will see you in the sky. So keep sharing the gospel, believe on Jesus, don't be caught dead or alive without him. Love you guys.